SSniperWolf has recently doxed jacksfilms for critiquing her work, which is an absolutely insane thing to do. I'm going to discuss the good and the bad ending possibilities from this whole ordeal. But if you don't know the background to this story, let me give you a brief history lesson. Basically, jacksfilms has been making fun of SSniperWolf for making lazy content and not crediting original creators. What she does is basically steal their content without credit and profits off of them. So Jack decides to give her a taste of her own medicine by using her content to react to and play bingo with. But he still gives her credit, and he credits the creators in her videos who weren't originally credited. Then she asks her 5 million followers on Instagram if she should visit him, and they say yes. Then she does the most unhinged thing and takes a picture of the front of his house with a caption saying, "Let's talk like adults at Jack's Films." Then says it isn't doxing and basically says Jack is a joke because she just wanted to talk in real life, which is not the case. Posting his house for people to see where he lives is doxing, and if she wanted to talk in real life, then she could have reached out in private, not by posting his home to the internet at night to her 5 million followers to see. Now, let's discuss how this could end. So let's start with the least savory way of this ending so we can end on a good note later. The worst way this story could end is with YouTube doing nothing about SSniperWolf's behavior, and she gets to stay monetized and keep her channel. This is the outcome people should not want, because if that's the case, it sets the precedent that any YouTuber can dox another with no consequences. That's not a world I want to live in, and neither should you. Plus, I hate how smug SSniperWolf is about this whole thing. She acts like she can do anything she pleases because she's famous and has money. Now, one argument YouTube might use in this bad ending scenario is that it didn't happen on their platform, so they can't do anything, which is a bad reason because I'm willing to bet YouTubers have been punished for things that they did that weren't on YouTube's platform before. So if they use that reason, that could also lead down a path where as long as you didn't commit the crime on YouTube, then you're fine to stay on there, which is not something YouTube would do for a small creator like myself or others. Now, before we get to the best ending, let's venture into a 1 in a million universe where things get wacky. In this ending, YouTube knows what SSniperWolf did and takes no action, but they take action against jacksfilms for attacking their golden child. How dare he? And YouTube doesn't stop there. They continue to deplatform anyone who talks bad about her and die on a hill with her. SSniperWolf gets mad with power and begins to realize she really is untouchable. So she decides to keep making lazy content, and some people still decide that they should help the creators she's stealing from get credit. She begins to get her critics' addresses and personal information, then proceeds to get YouTube to do a hit on them by taking them off the platform and off the earth. She feels unstoppable and keeps sending hit after hit on people. This lust for power and control never ends. She makes videos 24/7 that are just her sitting there, blankly staring into the camera. Then on the side is just TikToks playing. What she doesn't realize is her hits on people are affecting TikTok creators as well. They're getting hit too since they make content on YouTube as well. Slowly, she has to repeat some videos she's reacted to more than she already does. At the end of it all, her and YouTube are the only ones left. With nothing left to do, SSniperWolf plays this sound, and the universe ends as we know it. Now let's end on a good note with the good ending. This ending is the one we all should be hoping to see. In this scenario, SSniperWolf gets arrested for doxing jacksfilms, and people defending her finally realize the gravity of what she did. YouTube decides to ban SSniperWolf and not associate with her anymore for breaking community guidelines. YouTube continues to crack down on anyone breaking their rules and enforce it fairly. jacksfilms goes back to creating his content and helping creators get credited for their work. He no longer has to wonder if SSniperWolf or anyone else are going to show up to his house because he either moved or no one else has his address and aren't trying to find him. SSniperWolf, on the other hand, can't grow an online presence anymore because other companies know what she's done and don't allow her on their platform and treat her like EDP or Alex Jones. Which, side note, G Fuel already dropped SSniperWolf, so that's a dub. She is never heard from again, and people quickly forget about her and her lackluster, uninspired, boring, stolen content. YouTube, I know my channel is a nobody in the grand scheme of things, but listen, if you allow Sniper Wolf to get away with this sort of thing, it's honestly really discouraging for any small channels like mine to feel like we matter. It shows you let some YouTubers get away with breaking your rules because of their subscriber count and who they are, while others can't because you don't like them and we're just waiting for them to slip up. Apply your rules fairly by getting her off the platform or demonetize her channel. And if somehow jacksfilms sees this, I hope you and your family get justice for what happened. What Sniper Wolf did is unhinged and crazy. I don't know what the laws are where you live, but in a more country setting, having a gun as self-defense won't be judged when a lunatic shows up at your house. Thank you. Have a good one.